Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the concept of string arrays with some program examples. The first program example is to store names of 10 cities in a single dimensional array. Display only those names which begins with the consonant but ends with the vowel. So you can see some sample input is given, city names are given, and you are going to display only the city names which begins with the consonant and ends with the vowel. You can see Chennai, C, it begins with C. It is not an vowel, it is a consonant, and I, it ends with I, which is a vowel. So you have to display that city name. Same like that, Delhi and Mumbai and so on. We will get some city names which starts with consonant and ends with vowel. So the second program is to store 10 words in a single dimensional array. Display only those words which are palindrome. So already we discussed about palindrome programs in previous videos. So you know what is a palindrome? It's a word which reads same if you read it in reverse order, right? So when you reverse the string and read it, it will be the same as of the input. So you can see some sample inputs are given, and you are going to display only the words which is a palindrome. So you are going to see both the programs in BlueJ. So this is the first program which has a class name string array, and it has a method public static void main, and you have some variables declared. First variable is integer length. So it is used to find the length of each and every word in this array, string array. Okay. So you are going to take each word and you are going to find the length. The reason for finding the length is you need to know the last character. So if you know the length of the element, then only you will know the last character. So you are going to take the length every time when you execute the loop. And then you are going to have two character variables. First character variable, that is ch1, is used to store the first character of the string. Okay, for example, Ahmedabad is there, that's the first string. You are going to take the first character, and that will be stored in ch1, and ch2 will have the last character of the string. You can see D, that is the last character, will be stored in ch2. And then you have a string array, the name is city, which has 10 city names which has been defined here in the program itself. Okay, so if it is a practical program, you can use this method. You can enter the values directly, so that no need to retype every time. So whenever you execute the program, not necessary to keep on typing 10 different city names. But if the question is asked in theory exams, you can use directly, go for a scanner object and then get the input from the user. So you no need to type all these. Sometimes you may be asked to input 15 names or 20 names. So it will take long time to write all the names within double quotes. So no need to go with this method. You can go with the normal method, go use a loop statement and use an input statement and get the values. So practical purpose, you can use this. So no need to type the city names every time when you execute. Okay. Next you can see a loop statement. So you can see int I equal to 0, I lesser than 10, I plus plus. So it starts with the index value 0, because same like strings, arrays also has the first index value of 0, starts with 0. Okay, so the last one, that is 10th element is as the index value 9. So 0 to 9 and increase by 1. So every time this will execute 10 times, okay, till all the strings are covered. Okay, inside the loop you can see the first line, len equal to city of I dot length. So this length is not to find the length of the array, it is the string method which is to find the length of the string inside this index value. So city of I, that is city of 0, which is Ahmedabad. Okay, so it finds the length of Ahmedabad and it will be stored in length. Okay, now next statement is ch1 equal to city of I dot char at 0. So what happens? The first character, okay, that's the position value, that is A, which will be stored in ch1, and then ch2 equal to city of I dot char at len minus 1. So you know that length will be 1 greater than the normal value, because the index value starts from 0. So if the number of characters is 10, the index value will be from 0 to 9. So you have to reduce 1 from len. Okay, that will be stored. Say D, for example, for instance, city of 0, which has Ahmedabad, and the last character is D, that will be stored in CH2. Now in if statement, it's a long if statement, you are going to check the first character is not a vowel, right? So if it is not a vowel, you have to almost check, that is 21 times you have to give the condition, right? Instead of that, what you can do is you can check it is not a vowel, okay? So that it will end up little more smaller than the normal one. So you are going to check CH1 not equal to A, okay, and CH1 not equal to E, then same like that till A, E, I, O, U. So why I used AND operator is, okay, normally if you see the other part, the last character CH2 is equal to A, okay, and then CH2 equal to E, and you can see that it is A, E, I, O, U. Here I am using OR operator, okay, because the character can be any of these 5 characters. So it can be A, E, I, O, U, any of these 5 characters. So it is vowel. But the same logic, if you use here, you won't get the output properly. So you have to use AND operator. Reason is, if the consonant, if it is not equal to consonant, then it is true. Okay, that means it is a consonant. So if it is a consonant, you are going to print the name, right? So you are going to use AND operator. You say, for example, Ahmedabad is there. If you use OR operator, if the first condition is it is true, so what happens? Obviously, you should not print Ahmedabad because it is a vowel, right? So you have to come out of it. But there is a second statement, if you use OR operator, it is not equal to E. So it becomes true. So what happens? It will print Ahmedabad also. So you don't want that. So you are going to use AND operator. If any one of this is, any of these are false, then you are going to display the output. That means it should not be any of the vowels. Okay. So both the conditions should be separated with an ampersand sign. So this left side part and the right side part should be true. If it is true, then you are going to display. Okay, so you are going to compile this. No syntax errors, you are going to execute. Okay, now you can see that list of city names starts with a consonant but ends with a vowel is displayed. Now the second program is Palindrome Program. Okay, I created a class Palindrome, and then inside public static void main I declared a variable REV. That reason is you are going to take each and every word and reverse it, and then you are going to compare with the element. Right, so that reverse will be stored in REV, and then you got length to execute the loop. Okay, so because you are going to take the character one by one and store it in reverse order, so I am going to use the length so that you know what is the length of the each and every element in the string array. And then you have character CH, which will take the character one by one and it will be stored in CH. Okay, and then you have a string array where you are going to store like the same like previous program, stored all the 10 words in the string array word. Now I got an outer loop which will execute from 0 to 9, that is I equal to 0, I lesser than 10, I plus plus, so that it will execute all the words in the string array. And then you are defining REV equal to that is with the default value double quotes, so that every time when you execute, after completing the first word, immediately you have to reset the reverse, because if you have a word inside REV for the second word, it won't find whether it is a palindrome or not. So you will check only the first word, right? So that you have to start from the beginning. So when you start the second word, you should make sure that the first word is clear. Okay, so you have to clear it, and then you are going to start fresh. The next line is len equal to word of I dot length. So here also it does check the length of the string, and then it will be stored in len. So the same thing is used in the loop. So here I can see j equal to len minus 1, j greater than or equal to 0, j minus minus. So you are going to store it in reverse order. So in previous example you would have seen REV equal to ch plus REV. Here I am directly using the loop itself, which will start executing the loop from the last till the first. Okay, so automatically you can directly store the characters, add the character into REV, okay, from the last. So you can see the next line, ch equal to word of I dot char at j. So you are going to take extract the character from the last, okay, in reverse order, and it will be stored in ch. That same thing will be added to the string variable rev. So rev equal to rev plus ch, will take the character and join that into the previous character. So it makes a word. After the first word is completed, you will check, it will come out of the inner loop and you will check whether the word of I, that is the first element, madam, is equals to the word, reverse word which is stored. So if it is true, you are going to print the word which is stored in word of I, that is word of zeros. Madam is then palindrome, when it reverse it also, it will be the same. So if this condition is true, so it will display the word madam. Okay, second time when you see the teacher, it won't be in the same order, so this condition will be false. Okay, so this is how this is working. So you can compile this. So now syntax error, close, execute the program. Now you can see the word which is a palindrome word is displayed on the screen. Okay, so I hope you understood both the programs, the string programs. Okay, you can try out the string programs in the computer. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you.